Even though there's a ton of stuff going on with the Final Fantasy franchise right now, we just wanted to take a step back and make a video celebrating the fact that NieR Automata has managed to ship more than 1 million copies worldwide, because it really deserves it. We've also been asked to cover NieR a bit more, which as a massive fan of both the original game and Automata, I am definitely not opposed to doing. Now, in comparison with Final Fantasy 15, which managed to ship over 5 million copies within 24 hours, selling 1 million copies in a month might not seem too impressive, but when you compare the stature of the two games, NieR Automata has managed to massively exceed expectations. The first thing to point out is that no previous game in the Drakengard franchise has ever passed this milestone. To further this and highlight just how well it's done, to my knowledge, Square Enix has never even released any Western sales figures for the franchise because they're so low. In Japan at least, the best selling game in the series is the original. This has managed to sell just over 240,000 copies. The second title managed to sell just over 200,000, and the third, which was released a few years ago, managed to only sell just over 150,000. As you can see, this puts the franchise in something of a negative decline in Japan, but the release of NieR Automata has changed everything. It managed to sell just shy of 200,000 units in its first week, and has since gone on to sell another 80,000 copies in the region. Not only did it become the quickest selling Drakengard game in Japan, it smashed that milestone by some margin. It's also become the biggest selling game in the franchise after only a month on sale, and it also means the Drakengard franchise has now gone platinum in Japan. Now, despite the improvement in Japan, the big success story has to be the West, and not just with the console market. The PC release saw a very strong return. According to Steam Spy, almost 220,000 gamers have so far picked up NieR Automata on the platform, something which should further highlight to Square Enix just how big the market is should they choose to support it properly. Not that I'm hinting at anything, at all. Yoko Taro, the game's director, responded in the exact fashion to this news as you'd expect. After thanking the fans and taking some time to reflect, he noted that, after a night of rationally analysing the popular elements of NieR Automata, it's been decided within myself that my next work will be a game in which a half-naked man with his eyes covered constantly shows off his butt. Created by Takahisa Tara at Platinum Games. And even though that does sound glorious, it should also be noted that there's a very strong possibility of a full-on remaster for the original NieR, which was of course released on the PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360. When conducting a fan Q&A at the start of the year, producer Yosuke Saito said that there will be a very high possibility of a remaster if NieR Automata sells like hotcakes. Well, Yosuke, the ball's now in your court because I'd certainly say it's been selling like hotcakes. You just have to promise that you'll let Platinum Games handle it so they can massively spruce up the gameplay and bring it up to scratch with the game's other elements. I honestly couldn't be happier that NieR Automata is not only selling well, but it's also being very well received. And on that note, how many of you guys have managed to pick it up so far? And if you haven't, why haven't you taken the plunge yet? Let us know in the comments below, and if you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe. Next up on the channel, we will have a wonderful video talking about why I'm looking forward to Final Fantasy XII The Zodiac Age, despite being quite critical of the game in the past. Be sure to look out for that, and if you hit that notification icon, you'll get informed about it straight away. Oh, and if you'd like to support our channel, please head over to our Patreon at patreon.com/FFUnion. These awesome folks have already done so why not join them? Alright, thanks for watching guys, this is Daryl signing out. I will see you next time.